This show was brought to you by our own bonus episode. Click the link in the description to check it out.
I think that the doctors and the lawyers should get paid the same rate as the anime connoisseurs like Digibro and Monkey Jones.
I agree.
I am Monkey Jones. No, I'm Digibro. No. I am Bernie Sanders.
Bernie's having a real identity crisis today. I'm describing my fantasy. Let me describe my beautiful fucking fantasy to you, Monkey. Let me describe what I want from my life. What I want, all I want, is to have a cute little lolly sister who's grown up with me, who looks up to me, who we understand everything about each other, we get along just right, and she thinks I'm the coolest in the world, and we just get away from society, we go out to live in the mountains in a cabin, just the two of us, and we spend all our time together. She takes care of the house, I make anime videos and make money that way, and we get to have a little sex on the side, and it's just a quiet life. Just a quiet life out in the mountains. Nothing complicated. Nothing retarded. No taboos or any of this other extra shit. Just me and my cute little sister quietly enjoying life until she's too old and we have to commit double suicide because she's not attractive anymore.
What? What? Monkey Jones is gonna break your bones. He knows what he's talking about. He got stats, you know. A homegrown stone cold balls out killer and a no doubt thriller living in the back of a distillery.
DigiB going great, thinking about life and shit. He's got a big dick, plenty on his mind to spit. So don't doubt his legitimacy. When you see his post, don't think we share and retweet.
Holy shit! You're listening once again to Insufferable Social Media Argument, the podcast!
Whoa!
With Digibro and Monkey fucking Jones.
I'm surprised there are any audience members left because based on the reaction to the 99-cent bonus episode, I assumed everybody starved to death because they couldn't afford to feed their family anymore. Those comments made it sound like, we were forcing famine upon their households.
Yeah, because they can't afford $1.
No, because we were forcing them to buy it, is the thing.
I'm surprised this show is still going because we've already made our money, which means that now we are obviously just going to phone it in from here on out. Like,
I've been phoning it in since day one, buddy.
How much did we make? I haven't seen any money yet. What did we what did we pull?
Here's the thing. So for the first couple days, YouTube wouldn't, it doesn't tell you. It takes a while for AdSense or whatever.
Oh God, I hate that fucking shit. So it works just like AdSense then.
Yes.
God, that's so
it takes a couple days to see how much you made. But so it tells you how many views the video has though.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here watching the view count pop up and I'm thinking, oh my God, we're gonna be rich. We made hundreds of dollars off of this shit. Like this thing has 450 views. Holy fuck, we're rich. And then they send me the money and it's like, oh yeah, you made $110. So I guess I don't know, because it only counts as a view if somebody pays for it. But I'm guessing people would leave the video and come back to it or something because it has 4 times the views as it does the sales, which is it's absurd and it hurt my soul because I already spent that $200 and now I don't have it.
Oh man. I didn't think it would make over.
YouTube fucked me again.
I didn't think it would make over I thought we'd probably top out at 150 total at the most, the absolute most. It's actually impressive. I guess because it's only 99 cents, it wasn't too big of an ask, but do you think there's a way to hack in? Do you think people found a way around it? Because I legitimately don't know if there's a way to get around paywalls on YouTube.
If they did, more power to them, I'm more concerned about the fans who care about supporting us. I couldn't care less about the pirates.
Right. All right, well, do we want to get into... What's the first segment on this show? What do we do first? Do we usually start with the winning and losing? I think we
switch it up. It's if one of us is excited about the voting results, we jump into that, or otherwise Digi jumps us into the slow motion suicide. So please be my guest. Choose.
Oh, just get it over with. Who won? I can tell you.
Digi has not seen these, so I'm going to read them out one by one. So on the we had a debate, was the Holocaust justified? Which, oh man, I got some comments. Where are they at? Here it is. We have a comment about that. We fucked up. We fucked up really bad on that debate. Ojami73 says, but the Holocaust never happened. And he's absolutely right. How did we miss that important detail in our debate?
I mean, I guess I've never seen evidence of the Holocaust, but I feel like there's enough logical reasons to think that it happened, right? Like,
I don't think there are. Like, there's no evidence, right?
So you think it's just like the moon landing 2.0?
Absolutely. Those happened around the same time. Yep.
Oh, shit,
the Holocaust
you're right.
happened after the moon landing.
Yeah. Think about that before.
Yeah, so yeah, Ojami73 was absolutely right. You know, the whole debate was irrelevant. So I think since the debate was irrelevant, maybe we should scrap this one from the voting. What do you think?
No, because it sounds like I won.
Digi won with 58% of the vote. Next we have autism or Down syndrome. We have another comment about this one from Canned Chicken. I think he's supporting my argument because I said autism was better than Down syndrome. Wait, no, you said autism was better than Down syndrome.
Yes, I was in favor.
Canned Chicken said, I have depression because of my autism, which is it's a point in my favor because, you know, I should have brought up autistic people are usually depressed, whereas Down syndrome people are always happy. You know, it's a win-win.
Yeah, and I'll give you another thing. The initial question had been about who had the sexier accent. And the guy who asked came to me on Twitter and was like, you didn't answer the important part. And I had to give it to Down syndrome. Something about that low, it's the bassiness of it, you know? They got that low bassy, like a drone song, you know?
You ever see that old YouTube show from like 10 years ago called Retarded Policeman?
No, I haven't.
Well, go take a look, everybody at home. It's an old relic that probably couldn't be made today without some sort of backlash. But luckily, it was made in a much simpler time, 2007, back when retarded people were fair game, baby. Yeah, got him. Anyway, autism versus Down syndrome. Digibro won with 67% of the vote.
Sick.
I'm noticing a trend. So it's 2-0 right now. Digi's in the lead.
Yeah.
Now this one's gonna blow your mind.
Okay.
We did the big debate. You know, Daddy of 5. Is child abuse okay? I'm just gonna. There's no reason to read the totals, like the percentage. I'm just gonna read like the vote count. Digibro got 223 votes.
Oh.
Mumkey got 225.
I see.
Yeah.
So
I
it
won
counted
by
as 50-50, didn't it?
It counted as 50-50, but I won by 2, so I'm counting that as a win in my book.
You know, it's not too surprising because we basically were on the same side. We both were, by and large, okay with child abuse, so I can't say I'm that shocked that
but it was the nuance of why
winner.
it was okay.
Yeah, but even then it was barely. Like, we pretty much said the same thing.
Yeah. I'm happy that I was ahead by 2 because otherwise I would have lost this episode.
Yeah.
Because then Solution to Gun Control, Mumkey wins 60% to 40%. So we had another tie this episode. Thank God, because there's no way I was going to take another double shot.
I think yours won because yours was more evocative. Like yours was empowering. Yours made everybody imagine, yeah, I get to have one bullet. Whereas mine was everyone has to go, well, I want to kill people, you know, like I don't want the solution to be one that takes away my power to kill somebody. So yours empowered the audience, whereas mine depowered everybody, and I think that's why you won.
Yeah, we had a comment about that one from Jared Mythrandier, who pretty much in 6 words completely defeats your entire argument. He says, "I like guns and not alcohol." You know, in your world, you can only own a gun if you're drunk. But what can you do if you don't like to drink? Like, you're fucked. No rights for you. No Second Amendment for you. Go fuck yourself.
Well, that's how this show works. Whoever wins is correct. So
that's right.
You know, you win that one.
I'm just glad there's no boozer loser this week.
Yeah, no boozer loser.
Once we get into slow motion suicide, I got a lot to say about the fucking boozer loser segment.
You guys will have to vote better if you want one of us to do something embarrassing.
Yeah, you know what? I was talking to Sheep about this, and I think I found a better way to evolve this show.
Oh.
Because so far, it seemed Okay.
So far, it seems like this show is going to quickly become stale and old, and it's the same joke over and over again, and people are going to get sick of it.
The problem is that I realized on the bonus episode, because for some reason you can read the descriptions on paid content, so people could vote in the polls without having listened to the episodes.
That was obnoxious. I did notice that problem.
So some of the polls got more votes than there were viewers.
Yeah.
And I realized, well, they're not voting, based on the arguments. They're just voting for who they like more. So I think in the future, and hopefully you agree with me on this, in the straw polls, I'm going to list what the argument we presented was rather than our names, so that people can't just vote for their favorite, be it me or you. Yeah. They have to actually listen and vote for the argument that they think was better presented.
That is a good idea, but I think we should each...
Oh, here comes the but.
Each of us should write what the argument was ourselves.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We write our own version of how we want this argument presented.
That's fine. I wouldn't want to paraphrase your argument to make it look bad. Yeah, that's fine. As long as you remember to do it.
I will. Hopefully.
Okay.
All right, let's get into
the slow motion.
Let's get into our fucking legacy segment. Some people have said that we've been doing this for so long, maybe we should change it and mix it up. But I'm like, dude, no. This is it's tied to our identity. All right.
Yep. As a show,
you don't just change something that's been going on for so long, like
for 5 whole weeks.
Yeah. Who knows how long?
It's a cultural tradition.
Who can remember how far back this segment goes?
I don't know. The show is really old.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick, Digi. I want to mention, thanks to my good friend Digibro, this show got plugged on the Dick Show. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, it was he put a link straight to episode 2 on the Rage board, and it only went up by about 200 views in that day, so...
Wait, did he really put a link to our podcast on the Rage board?
I'm on the Rage board now, and it's got links to my channel, to episode 2 of the podcast, and to, what was the third thing?
Why specifically episode 2?
He probably just searched the name of the podcast, and that came up first.
Shit, that's crazy, dude. I didn't even see that.
But
that's
it only
amazing.
went up by a couple hundred views, so it wasn't a huge plug.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Mr. Digibro, who gets 1 billion views a day. It means nothing to him, but to a little YouTuber like Monkey Jones, that 200 view bump from the Dick Show, that's everything to me. That's amazing.
Yeah, I just expected. I don't know. I don't know what I expected. I guess I didn't. I just feel like I didn't sell the show enough. Like, his audience has got to be huge, So it just means that I wasn't funny enough on the show to bring people here,
It doesn't help that you plugged like 5 different things.
Only
they couldn't decide what to click on.
But yeah, anyways. So, yeah, getting into our famous segment, our long-standing tradition, the Digibro and Monkey Jones slow motion suicide! Ow, ow! Oh, barreling towards death, baby, yeah! Do you want to start us off, Monkey? You said something about yours being relevant to the last show.
So, I made a big mistake. Last week,
like every day of your life? The big mistake was you continued to breathe.
Yep. That's my perpetual instant mistake.
Yeah.
But exactly 8 days ago, we were recording. We recorded back to back episode 4 and then the bonus episode.
Yeah.
And by the end of the 4th episode, I was already fucking gone. I was pretty goddamn drunk, as you can tell. But then listeners of the bonus episode know that Mumkey crossed a threshold that should never be crossed.
Yeah.
And the mistake I made was that I think a few minutes into the bonus episode, I finished my fruity, delicious mixed drink that my bartender Sheepover made for me. But I looked over and I see this big bottle of Southern Comfort sitting there that Digi forced me to take shots of in episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thirsty. And I was at the level of drunk where
taste doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, right. Drinking this straight liquor or whiskey or whatever you want to call it, it was just water to me. Yeah. And I was fucking down in that shit like I was in the Saudi Arabian desert, baby. So, long story short, pretty much the last 10 minutes of the bonus episode,
barely intelligible.
When I was editing it, I sat in absolute objective horror at the things that were coming out of my mouth because I did not remember saying any of it. Yeah. And it was probably the worst 10-minute performance of my life. My entire argument was, no, fuck you, shut up, did you? Fuck you, shut up. And I just kept saying it. And it was obsessive and crazy. But then, here's where the slow motion suicide comes in. because not 5 minutes after we concluded, we said, okay, Digi, good job. We did another episode. Goodbye. I'll talk to you in 7 days because that's the only time we talk. See you later. I'm immediately in the bathroom, vomiting into the toilet for what seems like half an hour. And poor Sheepover, she's sitting in the corner literally crying in fear because of how much I'm vomiting and how sick and disgusting I am from chugging down this Southern Comfort whiskey bullshit. So it was obviously the drunkest I've ever been. I've never vomited profusely from drinking before. And then the next day, I wake up in the morning and I have to edit not only the main episode that has to go up that day, but also the bonus episode. And I experienced the first painful hangover of my life. And boy, now I know how you feel. It was god-awful. I did not want to move. It's not just like a headache. It's your entire body feels nauseated and you don't want to exist anymore.
Yeah.
Which is why today I left the Southern Comfort in the Southern Comfort of my fridge. And thank God we had a tie, because if I lost again and you forced me to drink again, I was going to be down the road of vomiting into the toilet and making my girlfriend cry yet again.
I'm glad we tied as well, because I had nothing planned for that segment, because I didn't look up beforehand to see if I'd won or lost.
I could have just lied and said I won.
Yeah, you could have. I would have believed you.
Too bad.
But anyways, yeah, well, you came... That was a pretty big leap towards death, I would say. Yeah. You could have died right there on the spot.
Yeah. I wish I would have.
I'm sowing the seeds of death this week. You see, I've started getting more and more into hip hop. I've been rapping for a while. I've put out a couple of little albums and stuff, but lately I'm starting to get really into it, and I've been watching lots of hip hop videos and analysis and stuff online, and I'm starting to feel like, man, I want to get in the game. I want to start beef. I want to start beefing with other guys.
Oh no, you're gonna get shot like Biggie Smalls, my dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the next Tupac. I
could be the next Tupac. So
hell yeah.
So right now I'm thinking about beefing with this 19-year-old called XXX Temptation, who's known for his extremely blown out beats, which is something I'm also known for. But I think I'm better at rapping than him. So, because he sounds like a child. He must be
really bad.
And so, yeah, I have... Basically, now my goal is get big enough as a rapper that I can beef with XXX Temptation and then probably get killed by him because he's currently in jail for having domestically abused his pregnant girlfriend.
Fuck.
And he seems like he could probably beat me in a fight.
I don't know. It sounds like you can only win a fight with a pregnant woman, so you might stand a chance.
That's a fair stance.
I think this podcast itself should start a beef with this guy from prison. What's he gonna do? What can he do? We can't even listen to it. He's in prison.
I think he's still somehow putting out. He's still putting out rap albums somehow from prison, I think. So.
Well, I mean, so is Tupac. So
yeah.
I mean, what does that mean?
From the fucking grave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I might beef with him if I get big enough. So if you guys want to help me get closer to death, then promote my hip hop music, promote my Fat and Dangerous music video, so I can get big enough that people will notice when I try to beef with them.
If the song is called Fat and Dangerous, doesn't that imply that you're big in the first place?
What do you mean? Like that I'm big physically?
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah.
that one landed pretty well. Just gonna edit in a slide whistle on that one. That's pretty good.
I don't know why I mentally drew such a blank when you said that.
All right, Digi, should we move on to the debates this week?
Yeah, let's go ahead and argue.
Now, to celebrate Digi's appearance on the Dick Show, I thought we should do an entire Dick Show. How does that sound, Digi?
Great, yeah. You're now watching the Dick Show.
Welcome to the Dick Show. This is pretty much the biggest problem in the universe mixed with the Dick Show, literally, because all 4 debates this week, and get your lube ready, get your, what do girls use to jerk off? I guess dildos? I don't know.
Yeah.
Get your dildos ready, ladies. This is the Dick episode, where all 4 debates center around everybody's favorite body part, the dick.
Yeah.
In the first one, This one will be very interesting because Digi and I are physically and logically on different ends of the spectrum. I don't know which end he's going to choose, but I know we're going to be different. This one comes to us from a commenter named Tapris III, who wants to know, circumcision, good or bad? And it should be noted, before you answer, Digi, that you are not circumcised and I am, so we both have stakes in this, whether we're pro or against.
Well, I'm really curious. This is the kind of thing. See, the thing about this, and this is this is like the most legitimate debate we've ever had on this show, because I see this debate all the time in science. Like, this is not just an insufferable social media argument. This is like a high level, science argument. Like, people are sitting around in labs trying to figure this shit out.
Neil deGrasse Tyson can't tweet without bringing this up.
Yeah, exactly.
Every Bill Nye tweet is about circumcision.
Yeah, God, if only. What a better Bill Nye that would be. I think we'd all rather that Bill Nye just started talking about circumcision instead of whatever he's talking about right now.
The reason why this argument is relevant is because Bill Nye Saves the World just debuted on Netflix, and the first episode was about circumcision.
Wait, was it really?
He saved the world by proving whether or not circumcision is good.
What?
He did it.
Did that really happen?
For all you know.
All I know about that show is that everybody hates it. I don't know what he actually talks about.
Well, now, the reason why you might be curious if there was actually a circumcision episode is because there is a 3-minute music video of a woman singing about how being bisexual is okay because her wet pussy wants to fuck dicks and vaginas. All the while she's singing this, Bill Nye is like a DJ on the record, fucking jamming out. And I'm not making this up. This is a real clip, and it made me sick to my stomach.
That sounds really fucking weird.
Just thinking about watching Bill Nye the Science Guy as a kid, that glorious day in class when the teacher would, push in the rolling cart with a TV on it and pop in a Bill Nye DVD and you get to learn about minerals and shit. That was the best. That's why I even woke up for 3rd grade. But now, Bill Nye... What?
Rapping about wet pussies. Is he trying to grow up with his audience or something?
I don't know how this constitutes as saving the world, but I guess the world was saved by your wet pussy song?
Well, anyway, as much as I'd love to talk about Bill Nye's wet pussy all day.
Are you sure?
The thing about this debate, about the circumcision debate, the thing that makes it so complicated is that for almost everybody, it happens when they're a baby. And therefore, it's really hard to get both. How it's like the grass is always greener on the other side, Sure. How can you possibly know unless you go through with it? And then it's like ever had to knock on wood. And you're like, what do I, which side am I? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm getting lost in my analogy.
I have a legit anecdote from when I was in high school. There was this 17 or 18-year-old. He was in my grade. So when I was a senior... he was one of the jocks, and he was this big, bulky Asian guy named Nathan. And he, and everybody in school found out about this immediately. He got circumcised at the age of 18, which was just patently hilarious. And everybody, of course, was making jokes about him, because I guess it's funny. I don't know. I don't know why he did it. I don't know if it was part of his weird-ass religion. I don't know if he had some sort of physical thing that, he needed to get fixed. But he did it. So... not everybody necessarily does it as a baby, and based on the evidence I got from interviewing him this last week, I think I'm going to win this debate, depending on which argument you decide to
Well, I want to know yours first, so you go ahead.
Okay. As a circumcised male, I think it's safe to say that it's way better to be uncut. I would rather have my foreskin than not.
Okay. What problems have you had as a result of not having your foreskin?
Okay, here's the big problem. Here's the biggest problem perhaps in the universe. I'll have to save this for the next bonus episode. But, Digi, you have the added benefit, and from what I've heard on the PCP, you have a super added benefit. Yeah. You have 80% the foreskin of the average uncut man. Is that
you know
accurate?
What, Monkey? I got to tell the story about this, about how I found this out. Because... there's, like I said, the weird thing about this this whole situation is that if you grow up with one or the other, then the other is completely alien to you. Like, I don't know anything about...
Speaking of aliens, have you seen Digi's dick?
It does kind of look like Alf's nose. If you haven't been cut, then you have no idea what it would mean to be cut. So I remember this was such a bizarre way of learning this. This is how I found out that I have an extra long foreskin. For anybody who wasn't sure what we were getting at here, because I brought it up on a recent Procrastinators podcast, I have an extra long foreskin, longer than any I've ever seen before.
In person or online?
Online.
Okay.
I've seen some this length in person because both my brothers are the same. But
wait, they both have the extra long hood?
Yeah, it's like a like a family. I guess it's genetic.
Victor just got 10 times hotter to me.
Yeah. So I found this out because I watched tons and tons of Japanese anime porn. Okay. And the dicks always looked the same as any other dicks that you see in porn. They all look cut, I thought.
Oh, I thought they were pixelated.
Well, sometimes they are. Sometimes they're not. You can see uncensored versions. And I tweeted, man, because I looked up like Japan's circumcision rate, because I was like, isn't circumcision mostly a Jewish thing and a Christian thing? And Christians just did it to piggyback off the Jews. So why would Japan be doing this? You know? So I look it up, and Japan has barely any circumcision. Like it's like 80% uncircumcised. So I'm thinking, why is it that in anime they always draw them circumcised? I tweet this that I think it's weird, and then someone tweets me back, well, that's not the case. A circumcised dick or an uncircumcised dick when hard looks the same as a circumcised dick. And I was like,
wait. When you're hard, your foreskin still covers the head of your dick?
Yeah.
What?
It not just still covers, but still goes well past.
What the fuck?
So
how did you have sex?
Well, I'll get to this. So, yeah.
This is going to be a long episode.
I find yeah, just like my foreskin. So I was baffled by this revelation. I just thought that if you were uncut, it meant that you were uncut. It always looked uncut. So yeah, it turns out if you're uncircumcised, normally your foreskin goes back behind the head of your dick. There's this condition called phimosis, spelled Phimosis.
We all know how it's spelled.
Yeah, I'm on beer.
We've all studied phimosis before.
But so yeah, phimosis means that your foreskin closes up over the head of your dick even when it's hard, to the point that it's painful if you try to pull it back over the head of your dick. But most people who have it, it's like right there, like close right over the head. And like that's how, like if you look it up, that's most of what you'll see. Mine just keeps going. Mine just goes on for a while, to the point that it's almost impossible to pull the skin all the way back over the head of my dick. Like,
now, Digi, something curious just happened in my brain.
Yeah.
I was about to I'm so curious about what this looks like. I was about to ask you for a picture, but then I remembered I could just Google the symptom and find a picture online. I don't need to see your dick.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That if you look up phimosis, most of them won't have as long a foreskin as I have.
Are you like a world record breaker for longest foreskin?
I don't know, man. Maybe. I think I've maybe, like, in all of my porn searching, seen like one time that someone had like a foreskin as long as mine, and I went, oh, thank God, there's somebody. Finally a porn I can relate to. But yeah, and funny thing about it, and you know what, Monkey, I was gonna try to present the negatives of having foreskin to offset. You said you'd rather have it, and I was like, well, we're supposed to be debating, arguing. I should present the negatives. Biggest negative: piss everywhere. I have such a long foreskin that I cannot, like, because when people look at my bathroom, you've seen it. It's covered in piss. There's piss.
My girlfriend got to see it. She got to pee in there.
Yeah, I feel so sorry for her.
Now, here's the thing, though. Girls squat, so she didn't even have to touch it.
She didn't have to touch it, but she had to see what she was in close quarters with.
She already saw you, so her eyes were accustomed to horrors beyond belief.
No meme at all. My bathroom's covered in piss, and it gets that way very quick because I have to shake the extra off after I pee, and it just there's no controlling it. There is none. And people are always like, "Why don't you pull back your foreskin?" It's too long for that. I can't do that. So, yeah.
I am so curious now. I might become bi-curious because of how curious I am about how your dick works.
But while that is a big negative, I gotta argue in favor for one simple reason.
Oh, I think I'm winning this one.
Well, we're both winning because we're on the same side now.
Nope, fuck off. I picked it.
Here's why I have to be on the side that foreskin is good, because I have such a long foreskin, Monkey. I mean, what's the most sensitive part of your dick?
The head of it.
Yeah. So what part?
You're about to steal my argument, dude. That's my argument.
You like having it. You like having it rubbed. You like rubbing the head of your dick. My foreskin is so long that even when my dick is hard, it covers up the head of my dick. So when I jack off, the skin that my foreskin is basically like a vagina. And it's super tight. It's just real tight around the head of my dick. So it's like I'm having sex just when I'm jacking off. In fact, it feels better than sex for the most part in terms of pure sensation.
That's probably fair. I think that's true for any guy. I don't think sex feels good for anybody. I might have to do some research on that.
I actually have heard. I know there's lots of guys who are like, the point of sex isn't what your dick feels. You're taking care of your dick. You can do that better than anybody. It's all the extra bonuses. It's all the things to grab that makes the sex fun.
Yeah. Well, All right, Digi. So give me some nuance. What's your argument? I picked, pro foreskin. So are you arguing, for getting cut or what? Like, what is your argument here?
I guess it's hard to say because I have such a distinct. If you had my foreskin, don't cut that shit. You're a wonder of the world. There's too many interesting things. I mean, first of all, it's one of the best looking dicks out there. Like, it's okay. There's none of that like gross pink, fucking weird shit going on with the head. It's just like a beautiful smooth surface. It's a dick even a mother could love.
Yep.
Wait, that's not how that idiom works.
I mean, if this is genetic, then technically your mother did love this type of dick.
No, my dad was cut.
Oh, well.
He was raised there.
All right, let me give you a real reason why keeping your foreskin is good. Here's why circumcision is bad. You already touched upon this, but it was so,
You can have a botched circumcision. Have you seen those?
Did you?
Horrifying.
Just let me give an argument.
I'm sorry, I'm passionate about foreskin.
Oh, yeah. Argument number one. It's true. The head of your dick is the most sensitive part of your body unless you've been cut. Because then if you're cut, your head isn't protected by the foreskin when your dick is soft. And suddenly, your dick is rubbing against your underwear and the inside of your pants all day, and it becomes numb. So now when a girl or a guy, sticks the dick in your mouth, the head has very little sensation. It's a lot less pleasurable. Sex is less good for you because you've lost all sensitivity in the head because there's no fucking foreskin to protect it. Now, argument number two. Smegma. Probably the greatest thing to ever come from the human mammal.
I'm always for a pro-smegma argument, so I'm totally with you here.
So if you don't know what smegma is, it's when...
Oh, man. I feel so sorry for you. If you've lived this long without knowing the joys of smegma, you truly have not lived a full life. It's time for you to get out there and see the world.
The idea of smegma is when you have your foreskin that's covering your... Because when you're not cut, your foreskin pretty much covers the head of your dick whenever it's soft, or in Digi's case, even when you're hard. And the thing about your dick is that weird shit comes out of it all the time, and it can't just, go into your underwear, because you have this hood of foreskin around it, so it gets, trapped inside your foreskin, so you got all this, weird junk from the inside of your body, now coating the inside of your foreskin, sticking it like super glue to the head of your dick. But what's good about it is, if you're a guy like me, a Muslim who can't grow a beard, heaven forbid, what a tragic circumstance.
Whoa, are you identifying as Muslim now? Have we reached that point?
I've been Muslim since episode 1. I just didn't want to reveal it.
Are you coming out? Is this a...
I didn't want Islamophobia to affect the votes.
Well,
I mean, you've been arguing pro-Islam every episode, so I mean, this was kind of bound to happen eventually.
Yeah,
are you coming out? Can we put this on paper that Mumkey is a Muslim?
Mumkey is a Muslim.
Is Muslim and Islam the same thing?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
It's a good question. So if you can't grow a beard, then that means, you know, Dizzy, you had a beard. You know that there's food trapped in it constantly. If you're hungry, just grab the breadcrumb out of your beard and eat it.
While you were speaking, I took a big bite of macaroni, and now I've got cheese just flowing through my beard.
But if you can't grow a beard and you're hungry and you're like out on the town, what are you supposed to eat? Guess what I got in the head of my dick?
Oh
I got a shit ton of smegma down there to eat as a little snacky poo. You know what I'm saying?
You know what my dad used to call that? Famunda cheese.
London cheese?
No, famunda cheese. Cheese famunda my nuts.
Yeah, so if you had a movie and you can't afford popcorn because your anime reviews didn't make enough Patreon money that week, you eat some famunda cheese and there you go. You know, you're set.
I'm so glad we got to talk about famunda cheese and smegma. This is the best day of my life, Mumkey. This is all I've ever wanted.
Yeah, so there you go. That's why circumcision is bad, because you don't get free snacks and your head gets all unsensitive.
Everybody, please, I don't care who you vote for in this poll. I already feel like I won in terms of just life, you know?
So how do we nuance our arguments in the straw poll? Mumkey is circumcision is bad. What is your position?
My position is not circumcision is good. So
I'm just gonna put it that way. I'm gonna type that up right now. Digi, not circumcision is good. There we go. All right, God. Should we move on to the next one?
I don't know if any of the audience will appreciate this as much as I do, but I'm truly, I feel blessed. Yeah, let's move on to the next argument.
Wait, you hinted at this. Do you want to tell the story of what the girl you had sex with, what her reaction was to your foreskin, or should we not?
Oh, she thought it was awesome. She thought it was cool. She thought it was.
Why?
Because it looks adorable. My dick looks awesome. No, it doesn't. You haven't seen it.
A long foreskin looks like a monster.
No, my dick's adorable.
Okay.
It's very smooth.
We'll throw in an Imgur gallery of these types of dicks so you can tell us.
She wasn't bothered by it enough to not put it in her mouth, and that's what matters.
That's a good point. All right, do you have the list of debates? Do you want to introduce the next one, or should I just take it?
Fucking, I'd have to scroll up. Hold on.
All right, I got it. Debate number 2 on the dick exclusive episode of Insufferable Social Media Podcast.
This is gonna be a tough one.
Which race has the best dick?
I've seen a lot of different dicks, Mumkey.
It's your turn.
You know what? All right, I got you. Japanese.
They're all blurry and fucking pixelated.
No. The ones that look, if you know your Japanese porn, you know where to find it uncensored. And
that sounds very illegal. I would never look at porn that was illegal. I wouldn't watch loli porn. I wouldn't watch bestiality between a monkey and a sheep. I would never watch any of that shit.
Isn't incest technically illegal?
Of course it is. That's why it's hot. We talked about this in the bonus episode.
Yeah, but you just said you wouldn't watch any illegal porn. But I know you watch
I wouldn't
incest.
watch it. I would do it, but I wouldn't watch it. You know, as a Muslim, I believe in my faith so much that I wouldn't, break Allah's rules by watching it online. I would just do it.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, here's why Japanese guys have the best dicks. Most relatable dicks. You watch.
'Cause they're so big?
You watch American porn, and everyone's got a fucking tree trunk dick. It's always some skinny white dude with a dick that's longer than his fucking torso and fatter than fucking the devil himself. And he's just like slamming it in some fucking bitch's pussy. It looks, you can't even comprehend how the space in there is big enough to fit it. And I'm just like, how the fuck am I supposed to connect with this? Like, how am I supposed to imagine myself in this position? And then they'll literally be having sex in positions that are impossible without a dick that size. Like,
so you're telling me, Digi, for a professional anime connoisseur as yourself who masturbates to, tentacle porn, lowly porn, body swap porn, you need porn that is relatable and realistic.
Yeah, well, I want to be able to put myself in the scenario. I want to be... Look, I'm not talking about...
You can bend your disbelief for, like, all these mythical things, but a big dick, you can't... Well, your imagination can't go that far?
There's a big difference... We're talking about
a big difference.
We're talking about real dicks, Mumkey. Yeah. Anime dicks, those can be whatever because it's hilarious, Yep. When it comes to anime dicks, it's not about like relating to it. It's about having a laugh while you jack off. When it comes to real life porn, I want to look at these women and think that's a woman who's my age or younger, probably younger at this point, if I'm being honest. That's a girl who, let's say this. I look at the timestamp on the video. This was recorded in 2013. Okay, she probably still looks kind of like that. She might be blown out by this point.
Who cares what she looks like now?
Well, my point, Mumkey, is that I can still imagine the idea that I could actually have sex with this girl. She still exists. She's still alive, unless she's been killed in some kind of cocaine escapade. I can put myself in the position of going like, if circumstances were just a little different, I could be the one nailing this chick.
See, I don't know. I don't think you could nail her because much like Trayvon Martin, your dick is wearing a huge hood that it shouldn't have, and it's just going to scare the bitch away.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That I need to see dicks that are similar enough to mine that I can go, oh my God, even I could fuck this girl.
Yeah, but Digi, now you're saying Japanese dicks are the best because they're the most relatable? When you tweeted saying that you thought all the dicks were cut, clearly you don't believe in them.
That was about anime, because I was talking about how it's always drawn cut, but it's because I just didn't understand how circumcision
What's
works.
the difference between anime dicks and real Japanese dicks?
Well, there is a huge difference, as you said a second ago. Anime dicks are always 12 feet long, or are literally part of a monster, and are meant to like fuck all the way up until you're into your esophagus. Whereas,
wait, so you can get off to that shit, but you can't get off to a white guy with an equally monstrous dick?
That stuff's funny.
What's not funny about a skinny white guy with a 13-inch dick?
It just pisses me off. Why am I not a skinny white guy with a 13-inch dick?
Oh, first of all, you're not skinny.
Exactly.
So you gotta work on that.
So it's doubly making fun of me.
That's on you.
But when you look at Japanese porn, it's always just some guy. It's always just some like normal ass, nerdy looking, pasty, fucking like not even fit at all guy with a normal sized. A lot of them have smaller dicks than me. Sometimes I'm like, what can you even do with that dick? Because the Japanese, their porn, they try to make it relatable. It's always supposed to be like, this is just a stand-in for you who's fucking this girl. You're not watching like some unknowable superstars, some people like the biggest dicks in the world going into the sluttiest pussies. It's just like some dude fucking some girl. Because Japanese women are like basically all insanely attractive, so it could just be anybody.
All right, did you? I think I got you on this one.
All right.
So your argument is you like Japanese dicks because they're relatable?
Yeah.
Digi, I got a question for you. Is your dick yellow?
You know, the funny thing about this, Monkey, I don't know if this is true for everybody. In fact, I know it's not true for everybody because I've seen plenty of porn. My dick is significantly darker than the rest of my body. Mm-hmm. Like, my dick looks Asian. It looks... My dick looks like it was removed from an Asian or...
Does it have, like, Yu-Gi-Oh hair and it's holding chopsticks and a dual disc?
Yeah. It's purple with gold streaks in it. And it's all the hair is angular.
Now, I've always wondered this. As a professional anime connoisseur, maybe you'll know. Is that Yu-Gi-Oh's natural hair, or did he get, like, extensions? Is that dyed? What the fuck is going on?
I think that's his natural hair.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and no one else in the show
How does nobody ask him about that?
Like that either. It's the craziest part.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's so obviously the main character because his hair is just crazy.
Yeah, it's beyond the impossible. I think it was probably inspired by JoJo. Then? If you read early Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but without the muscles and the fighting.
It's just like cool puzzles and killing people and shit.
and madness.
All right, so are we done with your shitty Japanese argument? Can we move on to the real
You're the one who brought it back
dick?
up. You asked me if my dick was yellow. Oh, never mind. That was part of my discussion.
I had to know if you were being consistent.
My dick does actually look more Asian than it does white.
All right, did you? Let me blow your mind. Now, what's the most pleasurable thing other than jerking off with your phimosis shit? What's the most pleasurable thing that can happen to your dick?
Stomped on by elephant.
No. Okay, imagine you're alone with a girl. What sex act, if you could choose, would you want her to do to your dick?
Armpits.
Nope. Try again.
Earlobe.
Nope. Try again.
Weenus.
You're looking for a blowjob. The answer is blowjob. You'd rather have a blowjob than anything else.
Yeah.
Now, the most important part about a blowjob,
some shitty blowjob,
because she was probably unhygienic. The most important part of a blowjob is hygiene. You don't want to stick your dick in the mouth of somebody who is like some sort of sewer. You don't want to get your dick covered in mud.
We're not still on the circumcision argument, right?
Oh no,
because having an uncircumcised dick protects you from all that.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about just any old dick, circumcised or not. You don't want to stick your dick into a dirty mouth.
Yeah.
And how do you clean a mouth?
Mouth all full of syringes and fucking used tampons.
According to dentists, the best way to clean a mouth is with floss. Now you're probably thinking, Monkey, flossing a girl's mouth? What the fuck does this have to do with what race has the best dick?
That's exactly
what
I'm thinking.
The answer, the race that has the best dick, is Muslim. Because much like their beards...
I had a weird feeling that this was going to be your answer. I don't know why, but it just... Something in the ether was speaking to me.
Much like their beards, their pubic hair is so thick that as they're sucking your dick, it's used as floss to clean their teeth. So they're simultaneously sucking your dick and cleaning their mouth at the same time. Forget about your Orbit gum. Forget about a toothbrush. Just suck a Muslim dick. Your teeth will be nice, bright, shiny, clean, and you won't get, a dick full of gunk mouth. It's perfect.
Mumkey, how big is your pubic hair?
Well, I only converted to Islam about 5 weeks ago, so it's still going, but, it's probably like... like a black, like Bobo, his afro? Uh-huh. That's kind of how it is on my dick.
Okay. That sounds about right. I think that's normal.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
Yeah. That's about what I've got going on.
That's all I have to say,
How curly is it?
Not curly at all. It's completely straight.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's super curly.
It's longer than my dick.
Mine's like afro curly.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Do you have like a little comb in there?
No. I use my fingers for that. Thank you.
So, how do you beat that? How do you beat the Islamic dick that flosses your teeth while you suck it? How is Japanese dick better than that? Relatability is nothing. I relate to a Muslim dick as a Muslim.
Well, yeah, that's great for you as a Muslim, but anybody can relate to a Japanese dick.
No.
You see a Japanese dick and you go, that's basically my dick.
Would you rather relate to a dick or get a blowjob that is hygienic?
How am I going to get it if I'm not Muslim, Mumkey? How am I going to get the hygiene blowjob? I'm just shit out of luck. So,
you shit out of luck because you don't have
If you're talking about whose dick is the best in terms of which one is the best for them to have, then yeah, sure, maybe Muslims. But if we're talking about what's the best dick for me...
If you could choose to have any type of dick, you would choose to have a Muslim dick.
But I can't do that, Mumkey. So when I think what's the best
dick... If you could, it's a hypothetical choice.
I think we should keep this objective, Mumkey. This podcast has been
focused
on objective.
Which race has the best dick? Muslim. It doesn't get more objective than that.
That's only if you have it, though. Like, what's the most beneficial dick for society?
The Muslim dick. Muslims are converting, Christians and atheists at a rate that has never been seen before. We're crashing our trucks of peace into crowds of people to prove that our dicks are better.
I think that while the Muslim dick is great for the Muslims, it doesn't help me.
And for everybody.
What
and
about
for
me
the
and my
woman
blue collar,
it.
monkey? Juice.
Yeah, the blue collar woman sucking a Muslim dick, getting her teeth cleaned. It's like going to the dentist times 10 because you also get a mouthful of cum. You don't get that at the dentist. What dentist gives you a mouthful of cum? Mine did when I was 5, but I stopped going there because my mom said I couldn't anymore.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Your mom's a bitch. What's our next
Uncle Alex was a good dentist.
You guys can fucking decide what you think the meaning of best is in the comments. I'm going to ask us. I'm going to introduce the next thing. Yeah, you forgot to say who you forgot to say who did the circumcision question.
No, I said it was Tappers the Third.
Okay, well, this next one's from Dobu, suggested it. What should be the average dick size?
Easiest question of all time.
All right, let's hear your answer.
All right. Have you ever heard of this infamous website known as bb.com, bodybuilding.com?
No.
Now, one of the most famous posters from that website is a little poster I like to call Saint Elliot Rodger. Have you ever heard of him?
I've heard of Elliot Rodger, yes.
Yeah. So this...
Was he a member of bodybuilding.com?
Yes.
That skinny little... What race is he? Is he Asian?
He is half Asian, half English.
Okay.
Now this is a very real screenshot that literally anybody can look up with a simple Google search. But Elliot Rodger posting under his real name.
Why do you have to qualify that so much, Monkey? Everything we say on this podcast is real.
Like, sure, but this is something that I want people to look this up and make it their Twitter banner photo because it's so important.
Okay. I'll look it up right now.
Elliot Rodger posted.
What do I type? Elliot Rodger bodybuilding?
Yeah. Search Elliot Rodger bodybuilding.com screenshot penis, and you'll probably find it.
Wait. Am I about to look at his dick? Is that where I'm going here?
Let me explain what it is before you look it up.
Okay.
So there's a real screenshot on bodybuilding.com from Elliot Rodger posting with his real face and real name, and they're talking about the average dick size. And Elliot is shocked to discover that the average dick size is 5.5 inches. And his comment says, 5.5? I thought it was 4. This is most disturbing.
Is that because his is 4 and he thought it was...
We have to imagine it's 4 or less. So he's horrified to find out that his dick is not the average size.
I thought I'd get this just by searching Elliot Rodger bodybuilding. I didn't realize that that's like he spent a lot of time on these forums and there's a ton of fucking screenshots from it.
Yeah, I was mostly talking about the penis screenshot. So here's why I think the average dick size should be 4 inches. Because if Elliot Rodger had an average-sized dick, those 6 lives would have been spared. The only reason why he killed...
The tipping
that was
point
the tipping point. The only
out.
reason why he did his day of retribution and killed all these people is because he found out that his dick was below average in size. You know, if the average dick size was 4 inches, there would never be a mass shooting again. There would never be another massacre. You want to know the answer to gun control? It's not fucking 1 bullet per gun. It's not getting drunk. It's just making the average dick size 4 inches so nobody wants to ever shoot anybody ever again. They're all so proud of their dick size that they don't need to prove how big they are by shooting a gun.
You know, Monkey, here's why I think you're wrong. And this is interesting. I'm going to tell some real stories. Because apparently I'm just dumping every story I've ever had about dicks.
We've done nothing but tell real stories on this show.
This episode in particular. What an odd time.
The dick show.
Yeah, the dick show. Okay, I think Elliot Rodger probably didn't know how big his dick really was. I bet he never measured it. I bet he thought it was 4 inches and it was actually bigger.
Oh, every guy measures his dick with a real fucking tape measure.
Let me tell you, Monkey. One time, I'm hanging out with my friends. One of my friends is an Asian guy, right? And early into me knowing him, I was making fun of us making Asians have small dicks joke. And he very sternly says to me, I have a completely average-sized penis. Right? Like
he was so proud.
No, he said it like, all right, before we get into all this, I'm just going to tell you right now, my dick is perfectly average. And I was like, all right, man. So time goes on. And he says, we were like comparing, we were comparing our hand sizes or something like that.
No, show me your dick.
He's got giant hands, right? And I'm like, I think I was saying something about your dick usually being around the size of your hand. And he was like, yeah, my dick's exactly the size of my hand. His hand is 8 inches long. And he goes, oh, shit. Like, I put a ruler up to it, and he's like, oh, my God, this means I have an 8-inch dick. And then another one of my friends in the room finds out the same thing. Both of them thought they had average-sized dicks, Monkey. Turns out they've both got 8-inch dicks, and I am
horrified.
They just never measured them. So then I'm sitting there. Now I also am under the impression I have an average sized dick. I'm thinking 5 inches, right?
Am I about to find out how long your dick is?
Yes. I'm thinking 5 inches. My my ex-girlfriend at the time begged me to tell her how big my dick was. Like, she begged me to actually measure it, and I didn't want to because I was afraid.
Now,
I was afraid I'd find out.
Do you include the foreskin, or do you just go up to the head?
Well, I had to get it as hard as humanly possible, so the foreskin wasn't going past. It was like right at the tip.
Because if you're measuring how tall you are, you don't count the hat that you're wearing.
Yeah. So I went into the shower, got as hard as I possibly could. Measuring your dick
while your friends were there?
No. Measuring your dick is really difficult because putting a ruler up to your dick is not sexy and softens it a little bit. So it's this constant battle of trying to keep it hard while you're measuring it. And so I finally measure it, and it's exactly 6 inches.
Hey, there you go.
Almost a whole inch bigger than I thought it was. Like, I thought it was at most 5.5, right? So I was like, holy shit. And here's the thing. This is I learned about this in psychology class in college, that it's a very common thing among men that because we are so, like, anxious about our dick size, most of us think our dicks are smaller than they really are. Most of us, like, we'll either go by sight or we'll do, like, a knuckle test. You're like, oh, my knuckle's about an inch, and you go up, you're like, oh, it's only 4 inches. Put a fucking ruler next to your dick.
Yeah.
And if it's less than 5 inches, then kill yourself. But otherwise...
So what's your point, what dick size do you think should be the average dick size?
Oh, see, that's a difficult question because,
That is the question of the debate.
It's not the size of the gun in the high noon sun. It's...
You should just fucking kill yourself.
Yeah, it's I don't remember the fucking goddamn rest of the Chessy quote.
It's the motion of the ocean or something.
Well, that's another one. That's the more common one. Anyway, yeah, it's the motion of the ocean. I mean, the girl I dated, she said she had sex with a guy with a 10-inch dick and a guy with a 1-inch dick. Now, I will tell you, all reports I've heard about 1 or 2-inch dicks, not good. They're not good for sex.
No. 4-inch dicks, though, they're pretty good.
No one's good with 1 or 2-inch dicks.
No.
But I've also heard that the really big dicks, the 10-inch dicks, those guys, because they're so overconfident, they just like pound away at you, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing because they just think they
they hurt the cervix. They fuck up the girl's inside.
Yeah, they think all you want is a big dick. They just
not true.
So I would say the average dick size is the perfect dick size because it's what we were evolved to use. Like we as humans, like the dick is a perfect fit for the vagina. That's how they were evolved.
We need an inch. How many inches?
5.5. 5.5 to 6. No. Perfect size.
5.5 inches is how we get Isla Vista massacres, Digi.
Why?
Elliot Rodger.
Oh, I didn't know it was called the Isla Vista Massacre.
Well, that's where he did it.
I just think he should have I don't think he put a ruler up to his dick. I don't think he knew the exact size of his dick.
I'm pretty sure Elliot Rodger knew how big he was.
I don't know. I'd have to see evidence. I'd have to see his dick with a ruler next to it.
If anybody out there has a picture of Elliot Rodger's dick, please post it in the comments. It'll help the debate. Now, we're already at the end of the show, so we got to move on real quick to the final round. Unless you had more points about 6-inch dicks.
I'm good.
All right.
Should I do
the final debate?
The first two.
Yeah. The final debate of our dick episode is: what is the best thing to stick your dick in?
Well, my mind immediately jumps to wall socket because then you can kill yourself.
I mean, we already know that your dick is 6 inches, so I don't think it'll fit in a wall socket.
Well, you could get one of those aren't they okay? You know those types of plugs. Well, have you ever seen a British wall plug? Those things are huge.
No, I haven't.
Look it up. Look up a British power plug.
So your dick insertion debate is reliant upon the architecture of British electrical outlets?
My point is, you should put it in something electric so you can die. That's my argument. Electrical appliance.
Digi.
Yeah.
The way you kill yourself with an electrical outlet is to stick a fork in it. Your dick is not conducive to electricity in the same way that a metal object would be. I don't think it would kill you. Just touching circuitry and wires with your dick is probably not going to kill you or even really hurt you.
What if I take my extra foreskin and, like, slide it in there and get it stuck?
Is your extra foreskin metallic?
No.
Well, there you go.
Like, you don't think I'm going to get electrocuted at all for sticking my dick in a socket? Why do we even put...
It might shock you, but it's not going to kill you.
Why do we even put socket protectors on shit for babies if they're not even going to die?
Because they stick, like, fucking forks in there and shit, and they're rattles.
Where's the baby getting the fork? Rattles aren't conducive to electricity. They're fucking plastic.
How are you going to teach a baby how to eat food if you don't give them a baby fork?
All right, well, help me out here, monkey. What can I put my dick in that'll kill me?
Okay, no, to kill you, that's not the question.
There's
a lot of things. If you want to stick your dick into something to kill you, I would probably go with, like, a great white shark. Or...
Well, if it just bites my dick off, I might not die. Like, it can't just be that it's eating my entire body and therefore my dick. That defeats the nature of the
if you get your dick cut off or bitten off, you're going to bleed out. That's a fact. I've watched enough Pain Olympics to know that.
All right, fine. Great white.
It's not a lightsaber that cauterizes the wound. You're gonna bleed out until you're dead.
Well, what if I have like a guy on hand who can help me? You know.
You don't.
Why? How do you know?
I know that you don't have some magical anime ability.
Fine, we'll say great white shark for the sake of argument. The point is, it didn't say what feels the best to stick your dick in. It said best thing to stick your dick in. And the best thing imaginable is dying. So I'm going with great white shark's mouth because then...
No. I brought in the great white shark. You're stuck with the electrical outlet, buddy. That's you.
Oh, what are you now going to bring in? Is that going to be yours, great white shark? Or did you have something else prepared?
I was gonna bring in fleshlight, but if we're gonna decide that best thing equates to what will kill you the best, I guess great white shark will have to be my debate.
All right, well,
here.
I'm not gonna go with. You know what I'll go with as opposed to electrical outlet.
No, it's too late. You can't change it. We've already qualified the argument.
Bullshit.
You can't change it once you find out.
When have we ever
you can't
come
change
to
your
our conclusion
opinion
at
once
the
you
start
find
of
out
the
you're
argument?
losing, you son of a bitch.
Bullshit. I want to.
No, it's not.
I wasn't even done with my part yet, and you're trying to co-opt mine.
Keep talking about the electrical outlet then, because you're stuck with it, buddy.
You motherfucker. You really fucking, you piece of shit.
You picked it.
You fucking nigger.
Fuck.
You goddamn piece of shit.
Go ahead.
What am I supposed to...
Why do you want to stick your dick in an electrical outlet? How's that going to kill you?
You know where a light bulb, how you can unscrew a light bulb, and then there's a hole that looks about right for a dick. Put my dick in there, turn the light on. There we go. Electrocute me to death. How about that?
Okay.
Is that a good enough compromise for you? Stick your dick in something that zaps you to death. That's my fucking... Write that on the goddamn fucking straw poll, since I can't have great white, because you're stealing my concept for my fucking dick thing.
Yeah, Digi. It's so easy to angle your body in a way that you can stick your dick up on the ceiling into a fucking light bulb.
Why is it on the ceiling?
Genius.
You could have a fucking desk lamp.
You have light bulbs like sticking out of the wall, sticking out of the floor.
What? I have a fucking desk lamp.
Light bulbs are on the ceiling.
No. You fucking retard.
All right, Digi, let me tell you why the best thing to stick your dick into is a great white shark.
Fucking piece of shit. I'll fucking kill you for this, monkey. I'll come to your fucking house and I'll stick your dick in a fucking electrical outlet and I'll watch you fucking die and then I'll do it to myself.
All right. So somebody in the comments, I don't remember who because I didn't write it down, but they said that we need to bring in more stats on this show.
Okay.
So I just looked up a stat.
On the spot.
Yeah. I made a little Google search. How many teeth does a great white shark have?
Yeah.
It's 300 teeth.
Holy shit.
Now, we all know...
It only takes like 4 to bite your dick off.
Here's the thing, Digi. Everybody knows. Anybody who's gotten a blowjob knows.
Hold on, I'm going to bring up the stats too. All right.
Okay.
They have 300 teeth. It only takes 4 to bite your dick off. 300 divided by 4.
That's not a real stat. You made that up.
75. So it can bite off 75 dicks at the same time.
Okay. Digi, can I continue, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stop supporting my argument with these great stats. Now, Digi, everybody who's ever stuck their dick in somebody's mouth knows that the best part of a blowjob is the teeth.
No.
The teeth feel great on your dick.
No.
The head of your dick, your dick is so unsensitive from being circumcised that you need...
Don't even meme about this, Monkey, because some people are going to hear it and they're going to go, I knew it. And no! Stop that.
You need the sharp grazing of teeth to make the head of your dick feel something. And luckily, a great white shark has 300 teeth. That's a lot of teeth in that blowjob. You stick your dick in that shark's mouth, you're going to get a blowjob, you're going to get quality, sharp teeth grinding against the head and body of your cock.
No.
And maybe, if you're lucky, it'll chop off your dick along with 75 other dicks. And then you can bleed out to death. You get to enjoy a great teethy blowjob before you die. And also, you get to die. It's a win-win situation.
No joke. The other day, I was watching a porn video, and this girl was giving a blowjob, and she started using her teeth, and I immediately shut it off, and I said, I actually said out loud, "Fuck you, bitch," and then turned off the video.
So when I brought up this prompt, I did not expect, because I knew what my answer was, so there's no way I could have imagined that the straw poll would be, best thing to stick your dick in, electrical outlet, or great white shark.
No, you have to say something that will electrocute you to death.
Fuck off.
Or how about electrical hole? How's that?
Fine, yeah. I'll say electrical hole.
Yeah, electrical hole or the great
stupid.
white shark mouth. Write that shit down.
Okay, I'm writing it down. And you better remember what your other answers were, because I'm not going to know.
I thought you wrote down the first one.
Okay, so we had not circumcision is good.
Yeah.
What were your other two summaries?
Japanese dicks are the best. Best race of dicks. And
then the average dick size should be 6.
It should be what it is currently. Yeah.
Yeah, 5.5. Okay, so we're done with the debates for tonight, so I think we should move on to the voicemails, and we got a bunch. We might not go through all of them.
Oh, shit.
But I want to start off with one that the person sent me, and they said, you have to play this one.
Which one? Which one do I click on?
Yeah, so it's SoundCloud/James Jameson with a picture of Pepe.
Okay. Oh my god, we have like 5 fucking voicemails this show.
Yeah. So let me know when you find it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, in regards to your fucking stupid idea of having, like, everybody has a gun with 1 bullet in it, you fail to realize that if one guy shot another person, he could then just take their bullet in their gun and then use it to kill the next person.
That's a good point.
And then the next person, and then he would kill literally every person on the planet. Because when you have 1 bullet, you want to use it for an important person. You don't want to just shoot someone who looks suspicious. So if a guy comes up and he looks suspicious, and you're like, yeah, you're not going to pull a gun on him and shoot him. He's going to shoot you first because he wants to do it, and then he'll have your gun, and then he'll kill the next guy, and then everyone will be killed by 1 person. It's a stupid idea, and you're fucking completely dumb. And you're dumb, and fuck you, and that's my point. Fuck you, bitch.
That guy sounds pretty good.
That was a great point that I didn't even consider at all.
Yeah.
And apparently neither did anybody in the audience since you won.
This anonymous loser.
Yeah, random caller James Jameson sounded very familiar to me, but I don't know why. It was kind of implacable.
Just an anonymous guy.
He
made a good point.
I was very nostalgic listening to. Great point though.
All right, should we scroll up and do the one by Ultimate Life Hack?
Let's just do them all. Who fucking cares? This will run long.
So we'll do the one above the James.
If we're trying to really just rip off Biggest Problem, our shows have to continually get longer and longer and more top and back heavy until there's not even really a main show anymore. We only bring in 2 arguments and then argue about the previous ones for half the show.
All right, let me know when to hit play on Ultimate Life Hack
I am ready.
Set for Life by Death Skull.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, guys, I just found out something really cool. I found the ultimate life hack, the perfect get-rich-quick scheme. It is, all in all, the how to turn nothing into gold scheme that we have had under our noses for years now. And what is it?
Hurry up.
You ask, what can make me set for life? All you have to do is get AIDS. Seriously. The Department of Housing and Urban Development is authorized to allocate housing funds to individuals with disabilities. And you know what is classified as a disability under the HUD? AIDS. Bug chasers had it right all along, people. You thought they were dumb. You thought they were just suicidal. You thought they were just dumb thrill seekers and sexual fetishists. No. These people were geniuses, and they didn't want the rest of the world to know the secret on how to live free. Seriously, how to live free. How to live free of anxiety about getting AIDS, for one. How to live free about anxiety of STDs. And how to live free by getting the government to pay for your house with this simple life hack.
Okay.
Is that true, Digi? If you get AIDS, does the government just pay for your house?
What better way to avoid the anxiety about getting AIDS than to get AIDS? He's got a great point there. I had no idea what he was on about, but his voice sounded great.
Yeah.
He definitely mixed his audio and shit.
Yeah, he knows how to do it. He knows how to do what I can't do.
Yeah. What none of us
so,
can do.
Digi, did he convince you? Are you going to go get AIDS now?
Only if I can find a average-sized Japanese dick to give me AIDS.
Do Japanese people have AIDS? I thought that was more of like a monkey thing.
Yeah, it's actually pretty rare among Japanese.
Yeah. We got a Vokaru one if you can find that.
I've got
it's
it.
A little below the Pepe. All right.
Oh, it started auto-playing. I paused it, so...
Okay, let me know when to start.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello there, Pokemonkey Janes, and soon-to-be Dead Brony MLP. Just wanted to prank you so much for all the good work you do, shoving that red enema up the ass of the Deprankus of the world. But there's a little something you should know, bros. Speaking as a barely legal man-child of indeterminate age, child abuse is literally the best thing to happen to a human. Not for the reasons mentioned, but for another one. The trauma makes you become an animu trap, whose balls retreat so far up into your body you can never ever be called gay, even if you're cucked.
Oh. All right.
Okay, so I guess he's also in support of child abuse.
Yeah, he found the secret to never being gay, which is to not have balls.
What I thought was interesting was that he said he's barely legal, but also of an unknown age.
Yeah.
Which I guess...
Wouldn't that just make him 18? Yeah.
I don't know. He's kind of conflicting himself in his discussion.
Okay. Oh, we've got a SoundCloud buddy here.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Hello, Digi and Mumkey. It is a 100% authentic, real, biological woman calling
Oh, I think this is for the bonus
show.
episode.
Don't believe it.
And I just want to let you know that listening to you two talk and argue about pointless things makes my day better and makes me want to kill myself less.
Oh,
so,
actually...
Cool. That's the opposite of what we want to do.
Yeah, that took a weird turn, because she said it made her day better, but she also said it makes you want to kill herself less.
Yeah, it was conflicting.
Those are
and that might have been
incongruent.
That might have been meant for the bonus episode, because we begged a woman to prove that she listens by calling in.
I haven't heard the bonus episode, because I didn't want to pay $1 for it, so... So I don't know what we talked about in that episode, legitimately.
I'll send you a SoundCloud of it or something.
All right, we got one more.
Well, hey, so I guess we made somebody's life paradoxically better and worse with our podcast. Because they feel better, but they also don't want to kill themselves. Yeah, I don't really get it.
It's odd. I've never been in that kind of situation before, so...
No, it doesn't make any sense.
All right, we got one last one. I've got it set
And he has a picture. It's from Uncle Alex, it looks like.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's actually him.
Yeah, what's he been doing after Monkeys died? I guess we'll find out.
I don't know.
All right.
And here's the thing. Everybody who's shitting up my comment section saying, How is Mumkey reviewing atheism? I thought he died. You fucking idiots. The story is only canon in videos that are anime reviews. Mumkey's anime reviews and Jumpkey's anime reviews. This podcast isn't fucking canon to that storyline. My 10 isms series isn't canon, you stupid shits. Stop asking me about this shit.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's go ahead and listen. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey there, Monkey.
Ugh.
It's Uncle Alex.
It's him.
I just got out of prison and I see you have a nice podcast going on here. Your friend ain't that bad looking either.
Hey.
Maybe the three of us could reenact some
why is he
Boku no Pico
Russian?
episode 3, huh?
What's with the accent?
I can't wait to do some catching up with you. You've always been such a good girl.
What do you think that? Do you think that caller has that accent, or that was part of the Uncle Alex character?
I'm starting to think it was that one caller who we've had on twice with like the really terrible accent. No, you can never understand what he's saying.
We wouldn't have been able to comprehend it if it had been that guy.
Well, I mean, evidently, Uncle Alex wants to have a Boku no Pico-esque threesome with us three.
Yeah,
what do you say, Digi?
Well, it would be Boku no Pico to Chico, right?
Yeah, episode 3.
So I get to be Chico. Yeah.
Have you watched all 3 Boku no Pico episodes?
I have not watched any Boku no Pico episodes.
Oh. How do you know about Chico?
I know the titles of them. I've seen parts of them. It's extremely well animated.
Do you think we should do a bonus episode where we just watch all 3 episodes and commentate them the whole time?
Oh man, I feel like the thing is with Boku no Pico is that it's like
it's too good.
It's just that everyone's done it, man. Like,
but they want to hear Monkey Jones and Digibro, the 2 top tier anime connoisseurs, talk about the best anime of all time. Boku no Pico.
You know, it might be worth it just to bust my Boku no Pico cherry finally.
Yeah,
like, just because
that's all I've ever wanted to do was bust a Digibro cherry.
I've seen parts of it, but yeah, I've never seen like a whole episode. So I don't know.
All right, we are way over time. Yeah. Do we have anything else, or are we done tonight?
Suck my dick, fuck my ass.
I just gotta cut it from there.
Yep.
Monkey Jones is gonna break your bones. He knows what he's talking about. He got stats, you know. A homegrown stone cold balls out killer and a no doubt thriller living in the back of a distillery.
DigiB going great, thinking about life and shit. He's got a big dick, plenty on his mind to spit. So don't doubt his legitimacy. When you see his post, don't think we share and retweet.